Nah, this shoots extremely flat.
What's going on, YouTube? We back at it again with another banger video. As you can see by the title, we are going to be talking about the PSA Dagger with the Herrington Arms Compensator. Let's get into it. Now, before we get into the review of this firearm is clear. All right, firearm is clear. Nothing in the magazine, so we are good to go. Now, as you can see by the video clip, this thing shoots really good, extremely flat, a very fun shooter. All right, so first things first, let's talk about the purpose of this firearm. I have no purpose for this firearm. Like none. This is not an EDC, this is not home defense. Even though you could use it as such, it's not a home defense pistol. This is one of my firearms that, you know, something I just want to have fun with. A range toy, if you want to put it that way. That's what this is. I called it my Gucci'd out PSA Dagger. I do have, you know, 1 to 2 more upgrades I'm gonna put on it before it's fully complete, but I wanted to go ahead and get this video out here before I do that. So before we get into the full breakdown, I do want to say, listen, everything that I say in this video is completely just my opinion. The experience that I've had with the PSA Dagger. Your experience may be totally different, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got, you know, different experience, but I want to go ahead and get that disclaimer out the way. So let's go ahead and break this thing down. All right, so first thing we got is the Holosun 507C X2, really good red dot. It's a little bit, it's not a low tier, it ain't no high tier, it's about right there in the middle. If I remember correctly, I think these things are going from anywhere from like $280 to $300, somewhere in that price range. I can't remember all the way, but that's what we have up there, the Holosun 507C X2. Moving on from that, the slide that I'm rocking with on this PSA Dagger is their, I think it's their SW6. It could be the SW5, but I'm pretty sure it's the SW6. I could be wrong, you know. If I am, you can correct me in the comments. But as you can see, we got a lot of slide cuts and serrations. It's overall a really good looking slide. Sorry, y'all, I've been under the weather a little bit. My nose is all congested and stuff like that, so bear with me. But I got that slide. Up top, we also have the Herrington Arms Compensator. As you can see the port up top. Really good compensator. I'm gonna get into that in a second, but let's continue. I have the +5 SLR at the bottom on my Glock 17 mag. I love running the Glock mags in the Dagger instead of the Dagger mags, but the Dagger mags work fine. I like Glock. All right, so that's what we got in there. And then at the bottom, we have, as far as my light, we got the PL Turbo Valkyrie. Really good light. This is a Olight, I think I said that. Yeah, the Olight PL Turbo Valkyrie. That's the light that we have right here. So, you know, overall, this is a really good aesthetic on this full-size Dagger. In a few, I'm going to show you this full-size Dagger compared to my compact Dagger, so you can get a reference of the size difference. But one thing I do want to say, man, with the Compensator, because that's the main reason I'm making this video. The Herrington Arms Compensator turns this gun into like a race car. It's like a damn machine. When you're running it fast, like, yeah, it's gonna shoot good regardless, but when you're running it fast, like, you can really see how flat this thing shoots. And I'm like, dude, like, that's crazy, because it don't shoot like that without it at all. Now, in my opinion, to get this thing running even faster, man, you drop a Gen 3 trigger in there, and there's so many lines of triggers you could go. You got Timmy, you got Apex, you got shoot, it's another one on the tip of my tongue, I can't think of it. But it's so many triggers that you could run in this thing and just have this thing running fast as hell. But, you know, I still got the standard trigger in there. I will be changing that out, not soon, but whenever I do it, you feel me? The PSA Dagger, do I recommend it for home defense EDC? You could, all right, you could. And the reason I say that is because it's one fix you would need to do. Now, me personally, I've never had any firing pin issues with either one of my daggers that I own. Never had any firing pin issues. But if you do want it to run reliable, it's a simple fix. You can go into any website that sells Glock OEM parts, and all you gotta do is buy a firing pin, which is under $20. You put it in your slide where the firing pin goes, and now you got a reliable running pistol. Daggers are really cheap. The frames are about $50, and your slides range from anywhere from $200 to on the upper end of the $300s, depending on what slide you get. All right, so the more Gucci'd out the slide, the more expensive it's gonna be, especially if it's one that came with a threaded barrel, like mine did. But yeah, overall, this dagger, it runs really good. It's been reliable for me in the use that I'm using it for. Now, once again, if you want an EDC dagger or use it as home defense, hey, by all means, go for it. Just, I would recommend changing out that firing pin for the reliability issue, because some people had firing pins that broke on them. Once again, I never had that issue at all, but yeah, I really enjoy it. Great range toy, something really, really cool. You know, when you show up to the range and then you pull something like this out, and like, man, what the hell is that? I'm like, it's a PSA dagger. You know what I'm saying? But it looks really, really good. I really enjoy it. All right, now I want to show you guys my other dagger and, you know, compare and contrast the two in size. All right, so once again, this firearm is clear. All right, nothing in the magazine. Cool. All right, so now we got both of the daggers right here. As you can see, this one is clearly bigger, especially with the comp and the full size grip. Both run really, really good. All right, just give you a size comparison. All right, and we'll do it this way as well. It should have matched it at the back, so you can see the difference. Listen, these daggers super fun because you can do so much with them. Like I said, they're cheap and inexpensive, so it's not like you gotta spend a whole lot out of your pocket, and you can turn this thing into something reliable to EDC. Now, I would not turn this one into a everyday carry, but this one you could definitely do so, just on the basis of it's more compact. Now, the optic that I have on this is an optic that I just now tried out. I found it on Amazon, and it's kind of like a cheap SRO clone. I ain't gonna lie, it's pretty good. It's only $120, and once again, a range toy. This is not a gun that I'm everyday carrying, but I was like, damn, this optic pretty good. It's been holding zero pretty good. It has not flown off my firearm or anything like that, so I'm like, I might do something with this. You know what I'm saying? I might actually turn this into something. And once again, all I would simply do is change out this firing pin. Once I change that out, I probably would drop a better trigger in there just so I have a more crisp break when I'm shooting my firearm. And then you pretty much good. You got a nice, reliable gun. Now, I don't know if I would everyday carry with this optic. I gotta put this thing through the ringer some more. So far, it's been reliable. When I bought it, I had it on one of my shotguns because it has a Picatinny mount that you can mount this to as well. And I ran it on my shotgun, and you know, shotguns kick. It was good. I had no issues with it, so I was like, reliable? We're gonna see. We gotta keep testing it out. But yeah, man, daggers are nice, fun, inexpensive deals. I highly recommend them. I really, really highly recommend, especially if you are, you know, in the works of just like you trying to just have some fun with something, you know, a really good pistol. Now, I would always recommend at the end of the day, a Glock for anybody that's starting out with their first pistol on the basis of they're not extremely expensive, but they're not cheap at the same time. You know, you can find Glocks anywhere from about that $500-600 price range, but you're gonna get a really good, reliable firearm that you can run bone stock. You don't need to put nothing on it. You can take that thing out the store and then it's ready to go. You feel me? And that's what I everyday carry, a Glock. Now there is other brands out there. You got SIG, you got FN, you got Smith & Wesson, you got so many other brands, but I just happen to carry Glock. I probably would never carry another brand of pistol. If I did, it would be either me building out my own Dagger and making that thing reliable, running it with reliable parts in it, or I would carry a Smith & Wesson 2.0. One of my homeboys got one, and that thing is right. You feel me? That's, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta get one day just to add to the pistol collection. But yeah, man, PSA Dagger, highly recommend. Herrington Arms Compensator. If you do have a Dagger and you got a threaded barrel, man, go out there, and I would highly recommend getting one. It's gonna make your gun shoot extremely flat. Extremely flat. Really like it. But man, y'all, that's it for the video. Before I get up out of here, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We are on the road to 5K. Should be hitting 5K really soon. Man, y'all been going crazy, so I appreciate it. But until next time, as I always say, man, stay strapped, stay blessed. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.